to this hood presentation.
OSM.
Welcome to Hood Politics.
Hood politics, hood politics, hood politics, hood politics as usual. Hood politics, hood politics, hood politics, hood politics as usual. Hood politics, hood politics, hood politics, hood politics as usual. Hood politics, hood politics, hood politics, hood politics as usual.
Alright, motherfucker, let's get it on.
Yeah, now what you said you wanted to talk about?
How the rest of the world want to be free now.
Be like the United States?
Yeah, but like I try to tell somebody, if United States is free, I was just talking to somebody in the store the other day. He from Egypt, right? And we were just talking about in general about the freedom that America swears they have. You feel me? So he was talking about, I was like, if you buy a car in Egypt, right, then you got to put insurance on it. You got to go register the the car. He doesn't have to. I mean, they get in the car. You getting insurance on the car in Egypt is optional. If you want to get if you want to get insurance on a car, I mean, it's always. I'm not saying the insurance thing is a bad thing, because it is, because a lot of vehicles is out there, so things happen. You feel me?
Yeah, but how they do that? How they do that? Don't they got license plates on their cars?
No.
So every car you just driving around, no license plates, no nothing.
Yup, pretty much.
Oh.
Now that's freedom. And
I will say that is, because if it was out here, nigga, I can go do a drive-by and motherfucking leave my car somewhere and they won't know which car it was. It'll just be the same color.
And they not pulling you over asking you for your license, brother.
Why is that?
Because they don't. That's why I said
you don't have to have license either.
Yeah, that's why I said like this is a false freedom that these people swear they have here. Like, you buy a car, you have to have insurance on it. The car has to be registered by the state. In the state of New Jersey, the car has to be inspected by the state, or you are not legally you're not supposed to drive the car. That's why you're getting infractions on you.
Well, over here, what that is, they want to be in control of you. Basically,
Well,
they
like
want to know everything you're doing.
Well, like I said again, where are your freedoms?
You don't have none.
Exactly.
The thing I realize is you don't even have privacy. I never paid attention that privacy is not in the Constitution. So we really don't have no privacy.
No, privacy is not a right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people get it twisted. Privacy is not in the Constitution. You do not have the right to privacy. And the first thing of freedom is privacy. The very first thing of freedom has to be privacy. Like, anything that I have got to be mine, and it's mine, and I can protect it, and I don't have to share with nobody. You don't have any privacy.
When you go back and start looking at the dudes who they built United States off of, who was writing about it, that's the first thing they said. They said that you have the right of your property. That means whatever you own is yours. Nobody else's. You don't have to pay no taxes, none of that with it. It's yours. You have the right of privacy. Your privacy is your privacy.
You talking
nobody
about,
can invade your privacy.
You're talking about sovereignty.
It's two of them. If you give me a minute, I'll tell you the names. But it's two of them. But the whole key to it was and they government was the community.
Okay.
Community get together and decide how to take action on a person who did something. But your property is your property. Nobody can steal that from you.
That's like a damn near anarchy system. A system of no government, no laws. It's just a law of the people, law of the land, basically.
Well, you could say that's a government too, because it's something we appointed. We would appoint the community to do it. So you could say it's a form of government, but it's not the type of government we have here. They want to be in control of everything you do, be able to watch everything you do. The only thing I had a problem with the privacy, I was in a conversation and they started talking about putting 100 more cameras in Times Square, and then we started talking about putting cameras in front of your house. Like I told the people I was talking to, people shouldn't be able to watch you. You in the yard having a cookout with your family. People shouldn't be able to watch that.
No.
You know what I mean?
People shouldn't be able to. I remember at one point in time they said the TVs even had something that they can monitor you with. And they said the computers too.
Well, the computers, I would definitely say that the TV, the TV, they got to be able to monitor it. Because if you got cable, they can tell how many people watching that cable in that area. So it's got to be a way. But as far as the computers got cameras on them right now. So if they knew your computer and probably had your IP address and all that, I'm pretty sure they probably could tap into your camera and hear or see whatever you are talking about.
And my thing is, you know, as far as when people is, you know, people got this false conception of conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. We're talking about the freedoms you talk about every day that we don't have, that you're actually tricking people into saying that they have.
Yeah, you're right. People got to realize we don't have them same freedoms. And I believe that you should have the right of privacy. Like, it was a case in Jersey City where, the cameras on the stoplights was they watch people, and when they turned to the left, they was in her apartment. She was naked, taking a shower. They was in her apartment because people don't realize they still got tall buildings out there.
But even if they didn't have the tall buildings, man, like, them cameras can be directed in any like, you're talking about people, you're talking about human beings that's going to be controlling these things. So anytime a human being controls something, anything can happen, you know? I was trying to fix the mic.
Yeah. You right about that. My thing is, look, they try to use it. See, this is why they need violence to me, because that's what they try to use that for. They try to use violence. Violence is the reason why they want to be able to see these things, but at the end of the day, you seeing more than violence. So actually, where does the buck stop?
Actually, they associate everything with drugs.
Well, that's what I mean by drugs. I mean violence.
Basically, but you know, but like I be trying to tell people, man, drugs do not create crime and violence. Poverty does.
Yeah,
you know,
you're right.
Drugs are just a smokescreen not to pay attention to what's going on for real.
Yeah, I will say that.
So if you say drugs, oh, okay, that's why they do this. Come on, man. People need to realize and get out their box and get out their shell that this is America, and everybody here has some type of form of habit. If they don't, I bless you. You know what I'm saying? But most people do. Now, some people like when you in the hood and you do cocaine, you're a crackhead. When you in the suburbs, you do cocaine, you're cool. Like, come on, man. It's a double standards, but you know. They act like their households ain't got, their families ain't got drug addicts, and do you see them commit crimes and gang banging and stuff like that? People do those things because they're poor. And
well, when you start going to see, this is the thing I have a problem with. When you start going into like the gang banging, and stuff, I look at it like this, because I always had a problem with, as far as the police. They went on a campaign to tell people to stop supporting the Stop Snitching movement. But at the end of the day, what do they do to somebody that snitched on one of them inside their group?
They kick him out.
They fuck around. They blackball him. He won't be able to get no job in the city, no city type job. They fuck around and kill his ass. So,
bro, like,
therefore, what's the difference between them and us? Like, what makes them so sacred that they can live by a code of silence and we can't live by a code of silence?
And the funny thing about it is, like, you said in itself, gang. Police ride around with, they got the biggest gang in America, which they do. You know, they controlled by society, and society accept the things that they do. Like, you know, that shit is crazy. There is no morality in that system. Law without morality is lawlessness.
Yeah,
because law is supposed to bring morality to the situation, and this law doesn't bring doesn't bring morals to the situation. It doesn't. It makes them money. They make business and they point fingers at each other.
Well, the thing I realized too, and I think I heard it Trick Daddy say it in one of his songs, that they made like you was talking about cocaine. They made cocaine a black thing, and it's not. It's
a white man's drug. It always was and always will be.
Yeah, but as soon as they wanted to make it look bad, when it wasn't cool no more, and they wanted to make it look bad, they made it a black thing. Anytime they feel as though it's time to make something wrong with something, they make it a black issue.
Man, shit. Like I be trying to tell people, man. Us as being black men, not to knock any ethnic groups, because it's not even about that. But how do you start off with over 200 million slaves over here from Africa building this country? to now we got 50 million Hispanics, and we got like about 10 million black people here. Like, are you kidding me?
We the least right now.
Like, for real, like they have systematically destroyed our people, and they tricked us into all this crap. Like, I had a conversation the other day with somebody, and we was talking about black on black crime. I was like, they every time you say why is black men losing, the first thing they say is black on black crime. I know black on black crime is a bad thing, and I'm not trying to justify it, but black on black crime is a drop in the bucket compared to the other things that are killing black people in this country.
Yeah, I would say that also.
You know, like heart disease, diabetes,
thank you. I was about to say
cancer.
The diseases. Yeah,
like they kill more people than black people kill each other. They kill more people in 1 month than black people kill each other in 20 years. Like, you don't consider none of that. You don't consider that we at the top of everything. We at the top of AIDS. We at the top of cancer. We at the top of heart disease. We at the top of diabetes. But every time we say black people losing, they say we are killing each other.
Yeah,
that's a cop out. That's an excuse.
I would say that too, because with every group that's happening, you know what I mean. And if you're going to say that, if we're the least populated right now, then these statistics has to been changed, because you can't say that it's more. I don't believe that it's more of us than anybody else in jail no more. I really don't believe that.
Honestly, well, that can be proven that was more. Bro, 85% of the people that's incarcerated are black. You know what I mean? That's a proven fact. But that's another part. That's another way to systematically kill black people, because you take away the men. You take away the men. But now they got so bad, they take away the women too. So what are the kids? Like, they have straight destroyed the family, man.
Well, that's a big problem, because now these kids is not getting raised. That's where it started. Honestly, now that when you can watch it from the beginning up, as you get older, that's where this whole thing starts from. It starts from the kids. That's what their whole plan was. If you take away the woman, take away the man, then what are the kids gonna get raised like? The kids are gonna do exactly what they want them to do.
Actually, I think men are always I would say the nucleus of the family, the nucleus of any situation. And when you take away the nucleus, which is supposed to be the brain, the cell, has no structure.
Well, that's the first thing they did. Right now, if you ask me, this is supposed to be a man's world, in which probably it is, but we don't run this motherfucker. Females run this because they made our men soft, man.
And they made society accustomed to having a man that bow down to a woman. I don't think nobody should bow down to anybody, but at the same time, a man has to be a man and a woman has to be a woman. We have to play our part like a football team. Everybody has to play their position. This is how we win the game.
Well, I think that's what we fucked up too, because everybody, they start talking about this we equal shit. You know what I mean? And then now females want to play fucking football and basketball. Like, listen, I mean, basketball's cool, baseball's cool, but when it comes to shit like football, shouldn't be no females playing no fucking football.
I kind of disagree with women's playing sports anyway, because, like, look at everything. Women have a gender problem with everything in the world. Everything in the world, they want to make the same money we have. They want to drive the same car. They want to run the family. They want to be the boss, which I have no problem with. So why the hell does you have your own football, you have your own basketball league, you got your own boxing league? If you want to do these things that men do, okay, let's get rid of the gender gap. Let's just do it together. See how you like them apples.
Well, that's going to turn out to a negative situation for them.
Yeah, but understand where I'm coming from. They want everything to be equal except for their sports.
Yeah, and I would say that there's never going to be, even if they create a female football league, females will never be able to play in the NFL. But it'd be closer with basketball. I could see them doing that with basketball. But they would, like you said, they would have to put females on certain teams. But I don't see them doing that shit either. But everything was all about everybody being equal. And at the same time,
yeah. But if you speak,
at the same time, I don't think we need that. I don't think we need equality. See, when we say equality, I think that when we say equality, it should have been towards something different. When you say equality, it don't mean that you have to do exactly what I have to do. That's just like a man taking care of the kids, sitting home, cooking, blah, 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 blah. So therefore, it don't have to be the same exact things. When you go to that sports shit, that shit is out. We went too far with that shit.
I think they went too far with anything, man. That's why I always say, like, you talking about equality and what you want to do and what you don't want to do. But at the same time, you pick and choose what you want to be equal about. This don't make no sense, man. Like my grandmother said some real thing to me and about women. And first of all, let's get straight here. A hoe and a bitch is the same thing. But my grandmother said, what's the difference between a woman and a bitch? The difference is that a woman knows that she can't have everything, and knows
a bitch gonna want
everything.
Yeah, but see, that's another thing. I'm glad you said that, because that's what these women need to realize. I hear them say, you know, they tired of hearing bitch in this song, bitch in this song, bitch in that song. At the end of the day, you getting offended because you feel like they talking about you. No, there is some bitches in this world, and that's what females need to realize. Just like on the same side, well, for the males, it is some bitches in this world.
Exactly.
It ain't just it ain't a female thing.
It's not a female or male thing, and but you know what it is though. It seemed like every time a black person says something, it went from all of it's bad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it went through another stage of bad. You know what I'm saying? Like as if everything we do is just worse. There's no such thing as a worse or worse. You know, like white men say cunt. You know, Spanish men say you know, puta, and you know, black men say bitch. Like, you know, every ethnic group had their derogatory term for or something. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the only thing that's equal in that part of what you just said,
what?
Is us cheating. There's no color on men cheating.
Hell no.
There's no color. Why the fuck everything else is a color difference, but cheating is no color. It's just men.
And at the same time, you know, women need to take some responsibility for this cheating, man. Because I swear, if a woman really took care of home and kept a man straight, he wouldn't go no place else. But these women act like just because I got a pussy and I got titties and I wear heels that I'm a woman. You supposed to treat me like that, and that's not the case. A woman is not what you're born. A woman is what you become every day when you wake up. You mature more to become that woman.
You learn.
What I mean? Let's go the same thing about being that man. You know. So at the same time, you can walk like a woman, you can look like a woman, you can smell like a woman, you can even carry yourself like a woman. You can even come from a good family, like quote unquote they say. But that shit don't mean nothing. Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing.
You still gonna have to deal with life.
It still means exactly. Who are you? That's what matters. Who are you?
You have to know yourself. I did realize that growing up. You have to know yourself, because if you don't know yourself, you'll never get nowhere in life.
And exactly, and you won't be successful without accepting who you are and understanding what your boundaries are and what they're not. You know, and that comes with maturity. That's why I always say to people, you know, I hate when they say people are stuck in their ways and they'll never change, because only thing people that's stuck in their ways and won't never change are dogs. Like, people are human beings. Every day is a different situation that we have to live with or deal with. So every day we're changing. So
at the end of the day, if you ain't willing to change, I think you's a dumb fuck, because the world changes. So in order for you to keep up with the world, you're gonna have to change.
Exactly. Sooner or later. In order for you to be competitive in this world.
Yeah, because other than that, you're gonna fall by the side.
So
the thing that I did realize too is what's messing us up is how these kids getting raised. Nowadays, these females, they'll punch their daughters in the face, you know, be all tough and rough with them, and then when it comes to their sons, they all soft, and that shit gotta stop, because at the end of the day, now you got soft men coming around, and you don't need that. You'll never get it. That's the problem with a lot of these relationships.
Bill Myers said something the other day on TV about America has shoved homosexuality down the throats of Americans. And guess what? We accepted it. I think that's bullshit, because everybody didn't accept it. You not only shoved it down our throat, but you shoved acceptance down our throat.
Well, see, you know the problem I have with that. I really had a problem with the kids, because now before when we was growing up, the way we was raised, we had a choice to make a choice in what we was going to do in life, no matter what it is. Now, when it's just like these rap songs. When you start throwing shit down people's face, and that's all they see, they gonna try the shit. Like like I said, that's the same thing with these rap songs. So now when you got all this gay shit on TV and that's all these kids see, what the fuck you think they're gonna do? They're kids. They only learn as they go along. So what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna try it. They're gonna try exactly what they see, and that's bad.
That goes right back to the things of this false freedom.
Yeah,
because I can't even be me and be accepted. I can't say anything about a homosexual without being called a gay bash or something like that. Why can't I just have an opinion? Why can't I just be me? Why can't I just have, you know, how I feel about it? It doesn't, you know. It's like
no. You know what I give you? We had a conversation before, and you was talking about the rules and regulations, and you was like, by law that they can do that, so you ain't mad at that. It's just how the fact they thrown it down our face. And you was right, you know, because I used to be upset about the shit too. I remember one day I was on 23rd Street and 7th Avenue in New York, and they had maybe like, it had to be about 15 to 17, maybe 20 foot poster up there, and it was a white dude with another white dude wrapped around him from behind, and it had the American flag wrapped around him and said gay.com, let's stick together. And that shit was bad for me because I ain't like seeing that shit, because you got kids walking past this shit. What the fuck does that look like to the kids? I don't understand that. You're not teaching your kids. We so busy.
But see, society today is pushing towards that as us even holding this conversation is actually gay bashing, because we're not gay, and we don't conform to how they feel. Like, my thing is, like I said, this goes back to my freedoms. I have the right to feel how I want to feel and raise my family to the way
I want to raise my family.
And that's not an American right. That's a human right.
Well, the only thing, like I said, the only thing I don't like, this is what I hate about it. You got all these, and it's bad because you got all these. We grew up, right, believing in religion and all that, right?
Yeah.
Now, how do you call yourself a Christian, Muslim, whatever you call yourself, and you believe in exactly what you read and everything, and you believe in this, and then you agree with somebody, and I'm not a gay basher, but you agree with homosexuality, and if you look in every Bible, they tell you that God, Allah, whoever stoned those who was like that. So how the hell we believe in God and sit there and go
America
do
is,
that?
America is what's the word? We have become an opinion-based society, and as long as your opinion, an American opinion is everything is cool, and that's just an opinion. Like, I don't understand it, man. So that goes past religion. Like, I was just talking to a Muslim the other day in the store, and I was like, "What God do you think you pray to more?" He said, "What you talking about?" I said, every day you get up to go to work and, you know, may pay your bills, right? I said, what God do you pray to more? He's like, Allah. I said, no, you pray to that dollar more. I said, you pray way too more to that dollar more. Every book says you work by the sweat of your brow. It doesn't say you work for $1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my thing, and that working for $1 is not progressing our society or us as a people. It's actually killing us.
And look, at the end of the day, we know what we're here for, right? And this is one thing I want to say to the people, because that green dollar is in front of us. We ain't got no choice but to do it, because it costs that green dollar for us to do anything.
Exactly.
So this is what I learned from females, and this is what men have to realize, right? I want these people to stop saying our kids come before our job or what we do, because you're fucking lying. At the end of the day, I understand. Yeah, it sounds good. I understand what you're saying, but if you didn't work, you didn't have that job, you didn't hustle, you didn't do what you do, you wasn't a go-go dancer, you couldn't take care of your motherfucking kids. You couldn't buy them no milk, no nothing to eat. So in other words, your money has to come before your kids. I understand what you're saying, that you know you want to put your kids first, your relationship first, but that's bullshit. You have to put what you do first, because you couldn't take care of your kids or nothing else. You couldn't do nothing for nobody if you didn't have what you had.
Yeah, pretty much.
They made it to the point in society where that green dollar come first. And
actually, they made the American society facade. We say we one thing, but we're actually something else.
And I believe that.
And how do you trick people? Like, it's crazy how deep this goes, because they have tricked us into believing everything.
Yo, you know what? And that's why other countries hate the United States, because they feel like we believe in anything that these people say. And the point I'm gonna show that's true about, right? Let's just say religion. Now, right now you see all these popes and priests and everything coming out about them touching kids.
Yeah.
But even you see them coming out about their relationships. But these are supposed to be the most holiest people, virgins, not able to have sex and all this other stuff. But the only thing that you realize is they just like us.
Yeah, but check this out. The crazy part about it is that the religious people, co-sign this by saying that those are just human beings, and you can't take one person's mistake and say the whole thing is bad. And that's a cop-out. That is a straight cop-out. I mean, because statistically, that points to it being bad if you really want to get technical. That points to it being totally bad. Not even just from the point that they touch kids, but from the point they touch kids, they didn't move the priest, and they hided the shit, and they didn't report none of the stuff to the law until like 10 years ago.
Yeah, the bad thing is them
hundreds and hundreds of years of this.
Yeah,
we ain't talking about like this ain't nothing new. This didn't just happen. This is hundreds and hundreds of years of this, man.
Yeah, and then that's the bad thing, like them hiding it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you know what? That I realized how people will get closer to God. Let I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Let people know that you're a real person, because people start to think these other people are a real person. This is what I have a problem with the churches, because this is what we do, right? We're somebody totally different. They always say God see everything you do. No matter what God you pray to, they said God see everything you do. During the week until that church day or whatever, the mosque, whatever you do, we're somebody totally different. How we mess up is we go into that church, a mosque, somebody totally different.
And swear that we different than everybody else.
We have to go in there. If you want to get closer to God or whoever you pray to, you have to go in there yourself.
My thing is, if you want to get closer to God, you need to get closer to everything around you.
You need to get closer to yourself, because if you don't know yourself, you'll never. Exactly. If they keep saying we made in the form of God, and you don't know yourself, then you will not make it closer to God. That's what I realized. And stop having people fooled. The only good thing about churches and mosques is that you got people coming together. Other than that, church, we having church right now, right here, right now. It's two of us sitting here at this radio table, and we having church right now. That's church. In the Bible, it says one or more people getting together talking about this is church. And stop having people fooled about you have to go to church. The thing I don't like about that is you got people in a recession right now, right? These churches making all this money. And an older person, a church-going person said this to me. You got millions of people going to church every Sunday or whatever they go, wherever they go, right? Now you got them paying tithes. But if this person's house is up for foreclosure, do you think these people are going to help these people?
No.
And you got people in this church paying, they might make $20,000 a year,
and they don't contribute nothing to the community.
Thank you.
Nothing to the education of
you
kids,
got them
nothing.
paying tithes. You got them paying tithes, and they make $20,000 a year.
Like I said, America has tricked everybody.
Because this is not about religion. This is about cash. That's their religion. And you hear people say this every day. You have the haves and the have-nots.
I know this is kind of a little bit off the subject, but at the same week that they came out with them 23 priests in Philadelphia with past pedophiles, like 20-something priests or something like that.
Yeah.
That was the same. It's crazy because the Catholic Church has turned into like the government. They got PR scams. They you know what I mean, their public relation is going to the left. They'll make up something just so you won't pay that attention. At the same week that happened, the Pope just said that the Jews didn't kill Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago. This is 2,000 years later. This is what you have to say to get people not to pay attention to them pedophile priests.
When you said that when they were saying that the whole time, like as we grew up, that's exactly what they told us to happen. So how you say it 20 years ago like that didn't happen?
Bro, that happened 2,000 years ago. And the comedian said the realest thing. He was like, well, I don't know. We got to lead it up to CSI Jerusalem.
Basically, and honestly, that's what this is turning into TV shows and shit like that. That shit is crazy. I don't understand what the hell is going on, because that's, oh my God. See, us talking in the car, right? I mean, us talking right now, right?
Yeah.
And I just got on Google, and one of my people's passed me this thing. Why it says Hot 97 is Mr. C arrested for sex with man in the car. This is getting officially out of control. I can tell you that. Like, what the hell is going on with society nowadays, man? I hope, yo, on some real shit, I hope that ain't true, Mr. C. You know what I mean? I fucks with you in the club, man. I really hope that ain't true. And if it is, this is why. Look. If that is true, right? This is why we always say that shit need to be in a closet. If you not man, this is what I hate about a lot of gay people. If you not man enough, like you could been from the hood, you could been wherever you from. If you not man enough to do this in front of any and everybody, then that shit needs to be in the motherfucking closet. Because half these gay motherfuckers is not coming out to say they gay.
That's why I say what I say. Ain't no such thing as a homo thug. Those is closet faggots.
Thank you. And honestly, that's on some real shit. That's what these females are saying nowadays. And this is what I only feel. I feel the females on, because there's too many gay niggas in the closet that scared to come out, but they doing a lot of gay shit right now. They doing a lot of gay shit.
Yo, my thing is I like Mr. C and everything, but if he is gay, man, I'm cutting the dude off, man. I ain't even beef for that, man. That's not how I was raised, man.
I mean, it's especially I look at it like this, especially if you hiding that shit, man. You know, at the end of the day, your business is your business, but you want to hide. You want to act one way one day and then do something else the next day.
That goes a nigga sold his soul, bro. He sold his soul. He sold his soul twice. He sold his soul because he faking who he is, and now that he caught, that's gonna be the end of his ass.
Yeah, right. That's gonna be the end.
Because
he's never
gonna have. He's never gonna be able to come out and say he the gay DJ.
Nah. I don't. Honestly, if he is, I don't see him. And this is what's wrong with men, right? Look, I heard somebody say this before, right? If you tried this shit, like, females could do that. They could try messing with another girl who like girls, you know, let her eat their pussy and everything, and stop today. And people will feel like nothing wrong with it. It's different for a man. You can't let a nigga. You can't let a nigga stick his wood in your ass and then say, yo, I just tried it, I ain't gay. You fucking fag.
For the same token, you can't stick your wood in somebody's ass, son. For that matter, nigga, they say you flip, you flop, homie.
Yeah, basically. So at the end of the day, y'all niggas that's trying that shit and then turn around and say you ain't gay later because you ain't like the pressure on your whole motherfucker. You might as well forget that because you motherfucking gay.
Yeah, yo, and another thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Another thing for you gay jokers out there, and you can call this what you want to call it. Dude, you're fucking another man. You sucking another man off, or vice versa, or whatever. How are you embarrassed about anything that anybody can say to you? Are you kidding me? You serious? You serious? How could you be embarrassed about anything and you did that? I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta go home and sleep with that, my nigga.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I really have a problem with? How do you tell your kids that? Like, say you had a kid that's growing up and your son just thought you was the hardest dude in the world. Like, my dad tough. You ain't gotta be no gangster. I ain't talking about that. But he just looked up to his father, thought he was a tough dude.
Even if you were gay the kid's whole life, how do you do that to him? Because that's being selfish to who he is.
Yeah.
You know, that's like I said, that goes the same thing. They don't care about nobody but themselves, man.
And that's what I mean about the choices these kids have. Because, you know, say you a kid and you got a gay parent. What makes you, the parent, think that that's the way the kid want to be? You know what I mean? But you ain't giving the kid. You putting it in front of the kids because you kind of making the kid choice for them. You know what I mean? Like I know somebody who got all sons, but was going with a girl. The son say, I got two mommies. How do that shit don't even sound right.
Yeah, for real, you really confuse these kids.
You know what I mean?
Not anything is cool. Any sexual, deviant, nasty thing in the world you could possibly do is cool.
And it's not supposed to be no way possible about this, man. This world's going crazy right now. This world's definitely going crazy, but y'all stay in tune. We will be back. This is Hood Politics.
This is Team OSM.
And we will be back with you. Just stay in tune because we got a lot of live feeds, radio show, the video show. We got a lot of things coming. Check on the website, www.teamosm.net. That's www.teamosm.net. And stay tuned. We got a lot of shows coming up. Team OSM Radio will be up real soon. So y'all just stay paying close attention, all right? We'll holler at y'all later. It's your boy JC.
It's your boy Dash. Over some money. We out.
We out. You heard?
Hood politics, hood politics as usual. Hood politics, hood politics, hood politics, hood politics as usual. Hood politics, hood politics, hood politics, hood politics as usual. Hood politics, hood politics, hood politics, hood politics as usual.
Now that there is something special.